Okay. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Charlie. This is weird when I don't have the button to press myself. But hello there, everyone, and welcome to EcksToo. I am Corey, and I am going to be your capable admiral captain person for this episode of Joint Command. So if you are unfamiliar with this playthrough, this is an Empire at War playthrough, specifically with the Fall of the Republic mod, where Ek and I take turns controlling our forces as the CIS. I just screwed that up. As the Republic. And every episode, we switch back and forth with who is controlling it. I'm gonna move this window. This is annoying because I can't see. There we go. But yeah, so we are approaching the end of the playthrough. I have no idea what Ek did last time, but I'm sure it was pretty epic because I have full trust in him to get all of our heroes killed whenever possible. But we are probably going to be doing Order 66 this episode, as the title may have tipped off. But yeah, so do we have the actual option at this point? Did Justin actually get to that point? I don't think he did. 69. Okay, so we're close. We're very close. We have a pretty big fleet. Oh, there's some ground forces in here. That's not very epic. I assume this is just what Ek did last episode. But we're gonna go to Hypori with them. And I'd like to take Christophsis right after. So it has been a while since we've done an episode of Joint Command on the channel. Oh shit. But we're in a good position. Ek only got a couple heroes killed. If people do have questions about the mod, I'm more than happy to answer them. Because in addition to being one of the epic members of EcksToo, and we are all epic, I'm also the lead developer of the mod, so I'm kind of cheating.
Let's run this gauntlet.
Before every episode, I just go through and I modify all the stats of all of our ships, so that I'll do better, and then after my episodes, I just nerf them, and just switch it around when like Ek's gonna play. So I think it's a pretty good strategy. Then I can be like, oh, Justin, you suck at this game. Could you stream FTL again, but on EcksToo, because it's great, underrated game? I do it a couple times on my channel. I know Ek plays FTL, so I think if we did FTL on EcksToo, it'd probably end up being him. But like, if it's something people really want to see, I wouldn't be opposed to doing a stream or two of it over here as well. Because I am trying to get more involved with the channel as I kind of sort out my own schedule. Once I have my own videos, video production pipeline sorted, then I am trying to find ways that I can do a bit more over here. Okay. So one of the things we've done since this public release is we've actually reduced the pop cap, which is basically the best way to reduce lag, because the lag is a result of there being so many units on the field, fighters specifically. But so people should see some somewhat better performance tactically in the next releases.
Ready to update orders. Let's run this gauntlet. Reporting in.
Alright. We should probably start focusing on this Lucre Hulk a little bit. I want to make sure that we're still coming in from a single direction, because their real strength is their overall arcs. Like, they can shoot all directions pretty evenly, which does mean they have a lower firepower in any specific direction. But yeah. You apply capture shuttle mechanics. if that comes to follow the Republic, it'd be more likely to be part of the Hutt faction. So whenever we do the Hutts, that would be more of a them thing. Because while the CIS and Republic did board stuff, the Clone Wars tended to see a lot less of like stealing each other's stuff to use. Whereas like in Thrawn's Revenge, we have boarding to steal the ships, because like everyone was kind of just scrambling for resources. In the Clone Wars, it was a lot more like standardized fleets where there was a certain value to having uniform standards. Alright, let's keep those bombers out of there. When's the next tabletop game with Shaq? So that will be tomorrow night. I think Shaq already scheduled the next stream. So for those of you who aren't aware, me, Eck, Charlie, and Wasted Space are in a campaign being GM'd by Shaq in the Star Wars tabletop system by FFG. The first episode, like, Charlie did something really, like, just, it's hard to overstate just how much this shouldn't have worked and just how bad of an idea it was, but you need to go watch that if you haven't. It was pretty epic. We are going to lose Coburn, which is kind of sad, but it's not my fault. I'm going to blame Eck for that. Alright. I'm going to pull you back, pull you up, pull you over. We may not actually lose him. If we can do this, then maybe we won't. Just going to keep moving you out. And there we go. This is the Fall of the Republic mod. You guys thought about putting the Galaxy Gun or the Sun Crusher into Thrawn's Revenge with that? So we want to wait until we have stuff like Influence more fleshed out. We don't want to just have like a hopping between planets, blowing them up situation that base game ends up being with the Death Star. We want them to actually, there to be like a trade-off and a decision there on whether you want to blow up an enemy planet. Because in the base game, it's like, you have the Death Star, just blow everything up, and that's it.
We've lost the missile launcher.
I don't care if we lose Dallin. If we lose him to save the other one, to save Coburn, that's better. Yeah, the tabletop stuff was originally going to be Saturday, but the schedule just didn't end up working out as well for a couple of us, especially with Squadrons coming out this weekend. Alright, we're just going to drop those in and see what we can do.
The torpedo launcher has been destroyed.
There's not a huge amount of giant fleets left, so if we can take planets like Hypori and it takes a couple losses, that's not too bad.
Destroyer ready. Separatists are jamming our sensors. Separatist troops. I'm not sure how much.
Okay. You're actually getting shields back. That's pretty good. So let's move this group of Corvettes up, and we're going to try to do something about those fighters. Here, you guys go there, do that. The Lucre Hulk will be down relatively soon as well. Hey, Christopher. Welcome to the stream. I kind of wish they'd focused a little bit more on our,
Holding fire for maximum effect.
Ooh, I'm gonna move a couple of you back here, but I wish they'd focused a bit more on our Praetor, because it's got, like, no shield damage, which is... Like, it's nice to not lose the Praetor, but it could have done so much more tanking for us. Alright, let's go over here. And... Here, Arc 170s on this one. you have some shields back, and you have some shields back. So I'm going to move them up to take part in the battle again. Let's finish off that Lucre Hulk.
Your orders? Enemy reinforcements have arrived.
Star Cruiser here. This used to be a judicial ship.
And that Pelta's going back with them. Okay, that's good.
Charging generator. I can't do that.
Z95, stay in this area.
Yes, sir.
We're slowly going to be taking out some of their fighters here.
I'll clear the waters.
There's that Providence down. Die! Start exploding, you cowards.
Give me a target.
Your command.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to send these guys straight into the heart of the battle. There's like 6 or 7 hard points left on this guy. And then that'll be a big opportunity. Let's just start sending the Praetor forward.
Your orders, General. Clearing the waters.
Let's knock out their hangars.
Destroyer holding.
Auto-resolving right now would not end well. Alright, I want to kill some of these pinnaces, because they're actually pretty good anti-fighter. But in a second, the Praetor will be free to shoot whatever it wants, and that's going to be pretty epic. Pretty darn epic.
I don't want any more fighters out here.
Okay.
We're losing reinforcements. Adjusting course. We're losing reinforcements.
So let's go on this one. Do Order 65 to troll Eck. I mean, that it would work.
State your request. We shall crush you.
If Eck hadn't already done Order 66 himself, got all our heroes killed.
Locking on target. Ready.
Alright. Just fly on through.
Roger that.
Aye. I'm not sure.
We've been playing kind of fast and loose with a lot of these vendors. But, you know what would really troll Eck? Is if everyone left a like on the stream. That would be pretty epic. Because, like, if my streams here don't get a certain amount of views and likes, I get fired and then Dana will dump me. Because she's only dating me because I'm one of the X crew.
We'll win this. Locking on target.
It's like, if we don't get 100 likes right now, Eck is actually going to send me a very mean text. And like, I'm not just saying that to bait you guys into liking the stream. It's just how he is. I can't do anything about it.
Your orders? Preparing assault salvo.
Alright, thank God. He just sent me a message. I'm good. It's not gonna happen. Thank you guys.
Destroyer
This means a lot to me. Alright, now we can, even if we lose this entire fleet, I can calm down a little bit.
State your request.
Air cruisers standing by. Anchors
Alright, I do want you guys up further.
Yes, General. We're in pretty bad shape out here.
I definitely want you up further. You have like
Holding.
full everything.
We've lost a squad member. Sir, there's not much time left. We're being overwhelmed.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We got 2 pretty full Venators. One that's about to die. We're gonna lose the Invincible.
Your orders, General.
That's sad.
Destroyer at station keeping. We'll beach them. You're falling apart. Yes, we are not your enemy. Yes, sir.
Alright, we're gonna have to clear some of these guys as we pass. Here, let's get the Praetor on that Provident. No, you know what? We need to get down to this one. Our lack of fighters right now is a bit of a problem. But here, you can stop because you're gonna come into range of the Golem.
Ready to update orders.
And we're just gonna kind of fly through here, and like, they don't have much tanky stuff left, which is helpful. once the Lucre Hulks go down, they're kind of lacking, and then we killed a lot of the Auxilias. But we're good.
That's the way it's done. Chase down that scout. Droid starfighter.
Well, that one's real. I'm trying to figure out which of these are the garrisons and which are the real ships.
Admiral.
The real ship.
Generator.
We've got fighters.
And alright, I'm gonna stop at this Golan so that we can pull some of that together. We'll kill some of the fighters in the back here. And I want to give a chance for some of these to get their shields up a little bit more.
I've lost count. How many does that make?
How do I load mods and some mods at once? You just put the launch codes in together. I did do a video on my channel about how to do that, but like most submods have the full launch options you need to put in, or the full thing you need to put into the launch options to run it. Because like it basically goes from left to right, like the topmost mods with the submod, down to the base mod at the end.
Locking on target.
Because it loads in the opposite order.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Hello, Black Wolf. We have not done Order 66 yet, but we are approaching that time.
Reinforcements are taking casualties. You got the captain. Air cruiser standing by.
Ready to update orders.
The reinforcements have been cut off. I'll back them.
Alright, these guys, I'm going to send up to cover the Venator more up here, because it's starting to take some damage.
We've got secondary reinforcements standing by.
And we really need to get this shipyard down.
Take down that tri-fighter. The enemy doesn't stand a chance. Take out that interceptor. Yes, sir. All stations ready.
Alright, now let's
Blasters charged.
clear up there.
All clearance on deck.
Charging generator.
We're good.
Get a vulture on your tail.
On our way. Proton bombs in the chute.
Chase down that bomber.
How are we? There's some fighters. I don't think we're going to lose another ship, so
Yes, General.
that's nice. You stay back here. You actually survived, which is pretty awesome.
What's the order?
I'd like to get some more Arquitens.
Destroyer ready.
They're quite good.
Give me a target. Striking target.
Destroyer
There we go.
Report engines out. Report engines out.
And these are just transports back there.
Destroyer at station keeping.
We're depleted.
Do we want to stop them? I feel like at this point we may as well.
Did you mean to click us? Activating interdiction field.
Retreat aborted.
Yes, Admiral.
Let's just wipe them out.
Ready.
Sabotage their vehicle.
I copy.
Sir, we've lost you on
Fighters, get in there and just wreck their stuff.
interceptor. We've got fighters.
Ready to update orders.
Okay.
Hold up. Enemy in range.
Yes.
Their reinforcements are being depleted.
Let's run this.
Hello,
down.
Chell. All these juicy little transports. Don't worry, it'll be over soon.
Cannons loaded. Aye, aye. Losing reinforcements.
Missile destroyer reporting in. Issue a command.
Engines idling. Reinforcements.
As long as the fighters back here don't kill our stuff. That would be unfair. If I kill their stuff with my fighters, that's fair.
We've destroyed the Techno-Union ships. We've cut off the enemy's reinforcements. We've got
Well, it's not necessarily that Order 66 is better,
reinforcements are being depleted.
because like you can either get the SSD or not the SSD, the ISDs that randomly spawn and the secular detectors, or you can keep your Jedi heroes. So you're going for like freer units in space versus some of your best ground stuff. But when you lose most of your Jedi, like Ek did, then you may as well just go with Order 66 and get the good space stuff.
Ready to update.
So it's entirely Justin's fault.
Starting our attack run.
It also makes a better YouTube thumbnail, and that's what we're all about here on EcksToo.
Charging generator. We'll
Victory is
beach them.
imminent. We've sabotaged the separatist vehicles.
Destroyer ready.
Alright, that was a pretty good battle to start off with. We did lose Dallin, 2 Venators, and Invincible. But we've got the ability and the resources to build a lot more anyways. Let's see, Deco Neomoidia.
Building started.
Let's just go with some Venators there.
Vehicle in production.
And here we'll go with some of these guys,
Unit in
some of those guys, 'cause we had a lot of money sitting around.
Construction complete.
Let's move some troops.
Alright, so we're going to go from here to Christophsis, then maybe up north a little bit more. Let's go to Pracetlin.
Plot our course.
Alright, in we go. Oh, never. Gee, that's a lot of stuff, but the biggest thing they have is a DH Omni.
Hostiles in the area.
So there might actually be some ground stuff. Alright, yeah, there's a lot of ground stuff here.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's go in the back.
There's nothing we can't handle. Engaging drive thrusters. Of course, Your Highness. Bearing set. On my way, Commander. Breaking comms
It's
out.
gonna be kind of brutal.
Safety check complete. Where are we headed? Let's move this bucket.
Sorry about all your ground stuff. This is
Ready to
the best place to kill ground stuff though, is in space.
Excellent. It seems you have a bit of a following amongst the troops.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements.
Alright, Charlie has joined the stream. Alright, and I'm just gonna drop you right in front. We'll go regular front to back with this grouping, and we'll use the rest of these guys in the back like normal. Will you ever add an MC75 to TR? Nope. We will in our Galactic Civil War mod, though. There will be a sub mod adding just the MC75 coming soon to TR. So I guess technically.
There's nothing we can't handle. Your orders? All lights are green.
Which is basically ready to release.
Plot our
I just haven't done it yet.
I didn't put the coordinates. All stations ready.
I got fighters on me.
I've lost count. How many does that make?
Let's go for the Golan with this group of forces now.
This is Admiral Yolanda.
Then we kind of just got to worry about these diamonds.
Satisfactorily today.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Stand clear.
Pinnace. The Kolovexes are actually really good. I always want to call it the Pinnace. It's not a Pinnace. That is a fan name. A misapplication of it.
Enemy reinforcements charged.
Kolovex is a fan name too, but it's at least not a misapplication of something else.
Hurry. That's the way it's done.
Is there a way to fix the FPS when a lot's happening? No, the game is old and can only use a single CPU core, so that's where that comes from. That's why we're reducing the pop cap in Fall of the Republic to 200. Because that tends to be a lot more ships than 200 is in TR.
They could be trouble. Requesting air support. For the Chancellor. Ready for command. I'm out of control. Safety check complete. Shouldn't be long now.
Ever see clone heroes like Rex and Cody? Yep, they are. Some of that is going to be coming in 1.0.
Missile destroyer reporting in. All lights are
Our
green.
space
You'll get them in a different way, though.
are the backbone of the galaxy's defenses.
Alright. I'm not that concerned about stopping this retreat, to be honest.
Cannons charged. Missile away.
You ever had the MC85 ABC? I mean, those are just fanon and legends. There's more Mon Cal designations in New Canon, but this is not a new cannon mod. There's a lot of stuff that shows up in Empire at War mods that are kind of just a result of the fact that a lot of Empire at War mods use kind of assets from another mod for another game that aren't really based on anything. And there's enough that's actually based on stuff that we don't tend to go that direction. All right.
Invasion commencing.
We are invading Hypori. How hard would it be to implement unique heroes that spawn on certain planets? That's already a thing. So not hard.
Let's do this.
Alright, no field
Use
bases.
your reinforcements.
Defensive positions. Hey, check your map.
At maximum unit capacity.
Yes. Hologuns online.
Conventional wisdom has always been Intel CPU for EAW, as this changed with IPC leads and recent AMD CPUs. I mean, basically whatever you can afford with the best base clock speed is what you want to get for Empire War. Because there are some... There have always been some AMD CPUs that end up with base clock speeds that are higher than Intel, depending on your price range. It's just Intel has usually been the one that's better at that. Alright, HMPs are the big problem. These clones... I'm going to move the clones back a little bit. And... Alright, clones can come back up now. Let's go. One mod with two submods. If they're designed to work together, then yes. If there's just two submods that modify the same thing, they won't work together. So, like, the submods that replace a faction wouldn't tend to work together. Or anything that requires text wouldn't tend to work together. So, generally no, unless they're designed to work together. Right, rip. There's a lot coming out there. I really want to have some sort of repair structure. But I think between the dropship and what we've actually got, this is not going to be too difficult for us. Okay. We got that shit. Let's start moving up a little bit more. We have a lot more anti-infantry now, so that'll be helpful if they bring out more super battle droids.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting. Gold Squadron.
I'm just gonna come in like that, and you guys come over there. Rip. Never mind.
Enemies in range.
Alright. You guys go up on that side. We're gonna go for the victory point. And I'm gonna send a small group to get a repair platform there. There we go. Organic CS troops being planned, emoting gunnery battalion. Some of that kind of stuff will start showing up. Our our concern is getting the core rosters done first for the earlier versions, and then we can build on that. There's a lot of options we have to build on that with future stuff. Same kind of goes with like hero rosters for both factions, vehicles. So the more of like the core features of the mod get done, the more we'll be able to split into more niche stuff.
Construction complete.
Because we plan to support it basically the same way we've done with TR, where we'll continue to add on content and flesh it out more. Umbarans would be kind of the top priority as far as that goes, though, because some of those will have a bigger galactic impact. But we're doing stuff to make like influence more important, and units will factor into that. Like that'll all factor into kind of the galactic efforts to make planets feel more unique and make your specific choices feel more impactful. All right, down to Christophsis, which a bunch of props have been made for Christophsis, so we'll be able to start making a specific Christophsis map. Right now, like Umbara and Christophsis are two of the biggest examples of planets that have maps that don't really match, but there's like 400 planets in the mod, so it takes time. We've only recently started really expanding our mapping department, which Rhino's actually joined in on. He just finished a cool urban map for us for the mod. So hopefully you guys will start seeing a bit more come out in terms of maps in the next couple of releases. I'm going to be working on an Umbara map myself, but you'll start seeing more of that stuff come out. Because Rhino is a TR dev, which people may not be aware of. Liam's asking, Corey, how are you redoing the era system for TR? Are you making drastic changes, like what time period each era is in? Not necessarily as far as the presentation of the existing eras go. There's a lot of changes that are more on the back end that allow more flexibility for what we're doing.
We've captured an abandoned sensor array.
I've got you.
Unit destroyed.
Yep, that's not good.
Unit destroyed.
Run!
There we're talking. Move it.
Okay,
Unit
that's
destroyed.
a lot. Back off.
Going in tight. Move forward.
We may have to play this a little differently than I'd intended.
Going in. Changing weapons.
But yeah, because like
Position.
it's kind of hard to explain what's going on with the actual script, but Jesus, there's so much stuff here.
Unit
I'm
destroyed.
kind of worried about this.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Right, can you just run over this way? I don't think you actually crush stuff when you drive over it.
Bombing run available.
Y-wing standing by.
Here, let's get this.
Locked on target.
But there's some stuff that we're doing that allow us to have more eras, and which means like the era 1A, 1B will be different. Come on, you were making it fine.
Targets engaged.
Unit destroyed.
This is not good. The clones are pinned down. But like the initial implementation, as far as the players will be concerned, the end result won't look too different, and then it'll just be a question of like how much do we get done for that first version. All right, we're gonna have to fucking hold out here.
Base is under attack.
Let's go.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Pull out our trash PDFs.
At maximum unit capacity.
Just don't capture that. All right. Yeah, I needed that other army where we have some artillery.
Choose your reinforcements.
Just don't destroy the vision.
Not so close.
We've lost the abandoned sensor.
No! Oh well. Alright, we're gonna have to...
Unit destroyed.
Here, you guys pull back. This is an infantry battle now. You're just gonna help with the infantry.
Unit destroyed.
Or get run over, you know.
Choose your reinforcements. At maximum unit capacity.
Alright. You guys focus down them, you guys focus down the tanks, because we need the rockets on there. We'll get up here.
Unit destroyed.
Okay.
Unit destroyed.
No point keeping stuff alive, or saving the orbital bombardment if we can't keep stuff alive.
Unit destroyed.
So we're just going to keep trying to... Let's get a back to tank over there and a back to tank over there. So get over this way. No, don't shoot that. Shoot them, but we still need you over here. Oh, maybe shoot this one. Uh-oh.
Destroyed.
No, those were rockets. Never mind. Ooh, here comes Severance. So she does need to die. Alright, not bad. Not bad. The whole situation is bad, but the specifics there weren't.
Bombing run available.
Your orders? Gold Squadron commencing attack.
Unit destroyed.
We're starting to get a little bit flanked, which is always good. That's my understanding of warfare, is that being flanked is good, because it gives you more directions you can fire into. And they'll start shooting each other with the crossfire.
Following your lead.
We killed Severance and we killed Worm, so 2 of their heroes are dead. A lot of their, like, actual units here are dead. Yeah, can you guys shoot up that hill? That's fine. I'm gonna send this grouping up more that way. Kill them. Alright, clones in the back. Uh-oh. Keep firing. Move up on the B2s. They're the real threats. And don't get too far from the back to tank. It'd be nice to have like an AI turret somewhere. If we can actually... If you guys can reach this one. Try to stay active there. Alright, we got that company down. Alright. That's good.
Choose your
We can bring down another company of clones. The PDFs not having rockets kind of screwed us early on there, because we were fighting more vehicles. Alright, drove off the B1, so let's just focus on the B2s now. And... I want to get to this. Alright, you guys just run away. Faster is better right now. So at least we know they're there. Is there another build pad around here somewhere? Let's break off and grab that one then. Would one of the Order 66 conditions be to complete the Phase 2 clone research? It isn't currently, but I don't know if we'd make that one a specific one. It's not super connected. Super.
Sensor node constructing.
This is gonna be kind of rough for you three, or you four. Soon to be three.
Construction complete. We've secured a landing zone. Bombing run available.
Alright, pull this in. Get some more. And I think another back to tank is what we want here. Got him.
Unit destroyed. Construction.
Alright, that was what, the ATRT that got destroyed there? I'm deeply saddened by this loss. I guess you guys are going to have to just stand back a bit. And let's throw in some arcs at the back then.
At maximum unit capacity.
So we're going to replace our back end commandos with actual commandos. I'd rather be a Jedi Hutt or a Mando Bounty Hunter. I mean, Hutts do be thick, though. I feel like I've got to live up to X reputation here, or else no one will want to watch. It's the burden of me and Charlie. We need people to love us like they love Ek. Oh, anti-infantry turret. Luckily we have a lot of infantry.
Sensor node constructing.
Alright, bye-bye. Oh shit. The command. I probably should have brought a company of the ARC troopers down. That would have gone better. Here, you guys go over and help these guys. Oh, they're all dead. Never mind. Would you ever consider extending Fall of the Republic into the early Empire period, actually building the Imperial ships, hunting CS remnants, and dealing with the planets, wanting to leave the Republic? I mean, that's basically already what Fall of the Republic is. There's not really any benefit to going further into the Imperial timeline. The planets that are left after you do Order 66 are those CIS holdouts. It's the planets that you haven't taken yet. You already start getting ISDs, that kind of thing. Like, there's no real material change from what's there. If we do like Empire versus Rebels, that would be a different mod, and then CIS holdouts would be in there. But it doesn't make sense to like complete the whole GC and then like have more planets split off from you, and then try to do the GCW that way. It just limits us in what we're able to do within either mod.
Bombers at the ready.
Is Grievous said, I don't remember. I don't think I killed him. Ek may have in one of his episodes. Maybe I did a long time ago. This series has been going on for a while.
Target locked.
Took a while.
Locking on.
For the clone army!
Alright.
One, two, three.
Bring more up there. We did lose our poor Juggernaut. So we'll need to rebuild that. Friendly fire was on her and clones were dead. So one of the early versions of TR did have friendly fire from everything. The AI would just kill themselves with their artillery and bombing runs every time. It was kind of sad.
Faithful, move fast! Stick with the plan.
The battle is ours.
It's not a feature that really caught on in Empire at War.
Planetary control achieved.
We're all about the big losses here. Oh, right. Did we ever do the research on that? I think we did. 27%. So we're down from our initial 28%. But we got more planets. So that's a thing.
As you wish, General.
Do we have a Juggernaut there? We do have sort of... Oh wait, we do have two big ones and one baby one.
Construction complete.
I am going to do a quick save here. So we've been going for 46 minutes. And I don't want to crash and lose everything immediately. We can probably start turning our attention from these planets down here more to the north. I want to take... There's like 3 or 4 planets in this area. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse right now. But along the sort of mid-rim, that cutout section below hut space, or around hut space, where they've got like 3 ground slots. So they're pretty easy planets to take. Yeah, there are in fact 240 people watching and 163 likes. Eck just texted me again that if we don't hit 200 likes, he's going to tell my family to disown me. So, yeah. It's kind of sad. What happened to Delta Squad? Eck got them killed in the first episode. Wasn't very epic. Hey Shaq, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Our esteemed dungeon master, or game master, who I'm sure will treat us very fairly tomorrow, right? Please? Please?
Construction complete.
Where are our... I don't know, so...
Construction complete.
I need to have a talk with Justin, because I don't... This whole nonsense where he puts his ground units in with his space units, I don't like that. That's not okay. Yeah, Shaq, you would never do that, right? I think like this playthrough started within like a week of yours, and you both did pretty much the exact same thing, I think. Did you both get Delta Squad killed in space?
Let's do this.
Choose your reinforcements.
Defensive positions.
Reinforcements cancelled.
All right, let's get Yoda and Saber Tanks.
At maximum unit.
I underutilize those guys.
Autogun ready to go.
But yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but make sure you guys
Together.
tune in tomorrow for the continuation of the tabletop madness that Shaq has been
I'm a holding up.
putting together for us. The first session was amazing. And if you have not watched it yet, go watch it. It's on like 3 or 4 channels, so there's plenty of options there. But just make sure you watch it for your own good.
Yes. Turret support online. Autoguns online.
All right, there's some droidic coming up this side. I'd like to hunt down these tanks before. Ooh, look at that. Let's send the clones over there. And move on up there.
Shield deployed. No, I got your back. Follow me.
See if we can grab that heavy factory right now. I think having the Juggernaut over on this side is probably going to work out a little bit better for us. And Yoda, just stand over here. Keep an eye out on stuff. If a bunch of infantry start coming in, blow them up. Yeah, I'll move this one out of the way. No shields, no service.
Against an army, even one may stand.
All right, we don't need the Juggernaut over there anymore. We got this. Just wanted to make sure it was around if we needed support. And let's get back to the landing zone there. I'm going to keep Yoda's ability for when we have an orbital bombardment we can use, or a bombing run. Alright, we need the saber tanks to kill the hailfires. Keep them moving, keep them moving. Come on, before the rockets fire. Nice. Over there, we got the landing pad coming. I really wish field bases were in this. I missed them. Alright, here's another Juggernaut, why not? And some Lats. Alright, go up that way. Yoda, start walking up that way. And we're going to kind of break off into two groups.
Bombing run available.
Okay, Yoda, that's your turn. Yikes, 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 yikes. Get out of there. I guess we'll bomb this one. This is a lot. Don't like that.
Initiate bombing run.
And yeah, let's
Unit destroyed.
Lat, move out of there.
Targets engaged.
You guys get back. And I guess we're gonna need a lot of soldiers over here. Let's get
Reinforcements en route.
some artillery. I'm gonna go up this way with this Juggernaut, and we're gonna send our main bulk of our forces over here. So you park up on this side, so they all have to walk past you, and we're gonna line the clones along the river. And this is just gonna go straight for the base. There we go. Saber tanks over there. Lat right over here. And get over there. Let's get another artillery on them. Oh shit. Just keep driving up. I shouldn't have stopped you. Rip. I didn't think they had so much still back here. Yep, that's dead. Rip. What does it mean by joint command? So this is a save file that Eckhart's Ladder and I have been passing back and forth for each episode. So we each have to deal with each other's mistakes. And neither of us is fully in charge of what we're doing. I did legally change my name to Coffee. That's true. I think we're just gonna wait here.
Choose your reinforcements.
Get ready to move in. 4 steps together.
At maximum unit capacity.
Yes. On your reinforcements. 1, 2, 3.
Together, we must fight.
Shield up.
Can you go over that way? It looks like you can.
With you, trooper. All ready.
So we're gonna sneak up into this area and go for the victory point.
Auto guns online. Defensive positions.
Bombing run available.
Auto guns online.
Alright, Yoda,
My ally is informed.
do that.
Roger
Ooh,
that.
it's not great.
Computer
Okay,
locked
we
on
should be able to
target.
take out some of those, though.
Shield deployed.
Initiate bombing run.
I'm your reinforcement.
And you go over there.
Sighted them.
This one can take off.
Following your
That wouldn't have gone as well in the next updates, because anti-air is a bit more effective, especially against bombing runs. But lats, we have changed the movement of the lats, so they should feel a bit more fluid and responsive. We were playing with a few different ways to handle lat movement before we released, and we tried one that would hopefully make them feel like they're fooling around a bit more, but it ended up not being quite what we wanted. I know that's been a relatively common complaint. Alright, I'm gonna see if we can sneak this lat out there. Ooh, we're actually getting some artillery support over the hill. So can we move you even closer? Not as concerned about that. Let's go to the barracks. A nice clone commando mission. What is this? Anti-vehicle turret. Here, take off again. You're concerned about the infantry. There we go, got him. Poor A6.
planetary control achieved.
I'm gonna probably switch focus from this area of the map. Maybe let's just drop some space forces on Mustafar and Tapau. Like, Ek and I are probably not going to conquer every planet, but I'd like to wipe out as much of the enemy forces as we can. Let's go to Rusan with that, and then we'll try to grab together some more ground forces. So let's get
Enlisting troops.
some clones, more artillery. There we go. Yeah, we are 7 likes away from me keeping my job. So I'd like to keep my job, just as a general rule. Employment's cool. And unfortunately,
Choose your reinforcements.
if I lose this job, then I'm also firing myself from youtube.com/CoreyLoses or CoreyLoses.com. Either works. I only get a few plugs per stream. I'm going to use them. I'm not going to make this a twitch.tv/Template Institute situation, though. Which we've just, like, given him a bunch of free advertising by turning that into that meme for him.
I know this strategy.
It's just because we're good friends. So you're welcome, Mark. Alright. They're all dead. Enjoy being dead.
Reinforcements canceled.
Closing on the target. On my way, Commander.
This one's mine.
Their reinforcements are being depleted. Your order?
Just me or does anyone else feel silly building clones away from Camino? So Camino actually wasn't the only cloning facility active during the Clone Wars. There were multiple cloning cloning facilities active on planets like Com. Wayland had some, but there were several cloning facilities active for the Republic. Camino tended to be the best ones, but not the only ones. For the purposes of like Empire War mechanics, it's akin to the fact that like we're building Star Destroyers away from Kuat or Mon Calamari cruisers away from Mon Cal as well. It's necessary for the game to function. Like imagine if you were playing the CIS and Camino is always going to be 1 or 2 jumps away from your planets, and then you just take Camino and Rathana, and then you go through the whole playthrough, the AI can never build a clone again, or they can never build an ATTE. It doesn't really work out super well in how Empire War plays. So you got to make decisions about like what works thematically, but also what works for the gameplay of Empire at War. Oh, we've actually got a good secondary force over here. So let's go to Emberline with them.
Construction complete.
All crew accounted for.
The Republic will never yield to the tyranny of the Sith.
All right.
Enemy contact.
Choose your
I do like this
reinforcements.
background,
Indeed.
but this is kind of the last of the
Bucket. Plot our course.
planets for the Techno Union. They have no Vaughn over there, but really once we took Hypori, they were kind of
Complete.
out of the consideration.
Where are we headed?
Got a couple stragglers around, but nothing super good.
Your orders?
Evacuate. In our moment of triumph. I think you overestimate their
Moving
trust.
into attack position.
Plot our course. Safety check complete.
The traitor has been found, and justice is being administered.
Okay.
They got us targeted. This one's mine. Yes, sir. Where do you want us?
Where are we headed?
Oh wow, Tarkin may actually die. I'm not
We need to
I'm not even a little sad though.
to help
Your orders?
Preparing assault salvo. All lights are green.
The 95.
Ready for command. This is the captain.
Sir, we've lost you on the sensors. We'll hold this position until your orders.
All lights are green.
Alright, blow that up.
The missiles will tear us apart.
This ship here is an Invincible class dreadnought. It's a really old ship. It's like 3,000 years old by the time the Clone Wars start, but it was still used in some limited numbers. So we used it as an early game ship for them, have something kind of tanky to help hold up against the CIS until you can get things like Venators out there.
Take evasive action. Tri-fighter on your tail. Attack.
Alright, so I need to start doing the missions here. Bolstering support. Conquer Raxus. Production. 2 heavy frigate shipyards.
Constructing.
Let's do that one, and let's do... Is there anything that's one off? Oh, Hypori.
Beginning
That
construction.
one. And what are we at for... Government? 68. Is it possible to not start with all ships down when defending? Unfortunately not. We may try to gimmick a system later that allows you to do it, but it's not necessarily something that'll end up working, so...
Copy that, sir.
Or it's something that may not end up working.
Defensive position.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh, Bruson, that's just that.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Let's do this way. Rishi? After we do this, I think we're going to send this Praetor down to Rishi.
Let's do this.
Choose your reinforcements.
Took a while.
Here, let's actually bring a lat down. We'll get one of you over there to deal with that. Let's get an A5, two A5s, an ATTE,
Unit capacity.
and we're gonna walk down this way. Get in there, and we're flying down to this guy.
Watch those wrist rockets. Hey. Support fire ready.
And let's go down the road after him.
Online. We're at the objective. Now, commander tactics.
We'll see how much they have in terms of forces of corruption.
It's that mistake.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move out of here to drop him. Oh, there we go.
Get ready to move in. He doesn't like you.
Okay, I guess this was all infrastructure.
We've captured enemy.
Yeah. Don't really have anything there.
System control achieved.
Alright, head down to Rishi. You guys can head up to Rusan. You can't make the AI use the Pathfinder slot. And if you tried to force all the units off the map to make them use the Pathfinder slot, like artificially, they may not continue with their attack.
Eyes can deceive,
They may just
but the
leave.
Force does not.
That would be kind of dumb. Because they'd be like, oh, I had all this power and now it's gone. Maybe I'll just leave instead of bringing them back onto the field.
Construction complete. Tactical battle imminent.
That's pretty easy there. Let's go into Rusan.
Invasion commencing.
Let's do this.
Choose your reinforcements.
Defensive position. Defensive position. Took a while. Get ready to move in.
Alright, we're gonna do two... We're gonna send the Juggernauts up this way, but we're gonna send the Lats and the Clones in behind.
There won't be more trouble.
Kind of the same strategy there. It'll be epic. No one will expect a thing. Let's get two in there.
1, 2.
One in there. Yeah, thank you for counting after I was explaining numbers. That's really helpful.
I got you. Now we're even. Auto guns online.
And up there. We're gonna stop at that drop zone.
Troublemaker. That was some droid. Pinged a hostile. Area
And we're gonna end up behind their structures. Look, they're gonna be so surprised. It's gonna be hilarious.
I'm your reinforcement. Shield up.
A lot of these units that they have right there are not great for anti-air capability.
It's that mistake. All the Republic.
So we should be able to harass them that way.
Fire ready.
Drop you out,
Auto guns online. Lock it
and
down.
in you go.
Get ready to move in. Closing range. Got droids over there.
Just move them around. I mean, EAW has the pathfinding capability of a dead rat. It's not just the Lats.
Watch those wrist rockets.
And it's unfortunately unfixable.
Locked and firing.
We've secured a landing zone.
Take that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, you're blocking each other.
Unit destroyed.
That's epic. You guys were supposed to be so surprised. You're not supposed to kill me. Alright. Fine. Do this the lame way.
At maximum unit capacity.
Now run on in. They all seem to have gone for the juggernauts. And guess what? Ha, there's still a lad here, idiots. Not watching that covering fire at all. Okay, you should be able to kill that before anyone notices bad things are happening to them. You run back. These guys are all going to come in.
Bombing run available.
You know, if you shoot the building, it'll go better. There you go. Shit. A little too far. Okay. Let's stay up on this side now. And we're going to build a repair pad there. So no one go too far. You'll regret it. Okay, drop, 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 drop. So let's repair there and we'll get vision here. Would you sign up as an EAW2 dev? Absolutely not.
Sensor node constructing. Repair station constructing. Construction complete.
If I were to do any kind of game dev, I'd rather do my own indie stuff. I like working for me. I wouldn't like to work for EA or anywhere in the game industry because it's all terrible. Like, I think in all the flack people like to give AI, or EA, they miss out on the fact that, like, the entire industry is absolutely disgusting. And people end up thinking they want to work in it, and then once you actually get into it, for the most part, the companies are terrible. So I would never, even if I had to go and get another job, like if Corey Loses didn't work out, if EcksToo didn't work out, my first choice would absolutely not be going to work for an existing game design or game development company. No chance. I'd rather just come up with my own stupid little ideas and hope people enjoy some of them. What about working for Petroglyph? Honestly, Petroglyph has had a lot of staffing issues, a lot of publisher issues. There's not good job security there either, to be frank.
Unit destroyed.
Like, it's not a problem specific to them, but especially as a smaller company, it's not something like constantly being very likely to be laid off is not worth it to me.
Y-wing here.
This mod is Fall of the Republic.
Bombing run.
Unit destroyed.
We've sighted them.
Unit destroyed. Unit
Alright,
destroyed.
where's this other
Unit destroyed.
structure? Oh, it's back here. Okay. I'm not sure what units were being destroyed there, but I'm going to pretend I don't care, even though it bothers me deeply. What is my dream job? I mean, I'm basically doing it. Like, it would be cool to do indie dev on top of this, but being able to do YouTube for as long as possible is my goal. That is exactly what I want to be doing. Like, I do kind of wish I'd gone back and gotten my master's degree when I initially planned to, but it wasn't financially possible, so I can't really worry about that too much. I still would have wanted to do this at the end of it, but this is what I want to do. Would you make a sequel for FTL? I mean, I wouldn't mind making a game in that genre if I was to make a game. Like, either a kind of 4X strategy game or one of those kind of semi-roguelike games. Those would definitely be where I would look to.
System control achieved. Beginning construction.
I especially like the roguelike style stuff because you can start off fairly simple and then add the levels of complexity as you kind of get a handle on how you're developing it. I've always kind of liked doing iterative design. Okay, yeah, that's 3 Praetors. Eck, what did you do? Well, it's not even just that the other studios were bought. It's that a lot of studios just couldn't survive on their own. Like, Petroglyph has lasted a fair amount of time without being bought out, but at the same time they had a lot of staff turnover after Empire at War, and as a smaller studio it's hard to get the traction you need to kind of support all your staff, because like in a big part of the industry you kind of release a game, you get laid off unless you're like a senior position, which is one of the good sides of kind of like people complain about games as service, but one of the good sides of like longer support for games like that is that you do end up keeping the staff on, or getting more content in the one title rather than having to re-release the same title every year as a new game. Like I tend to prefer DLC and patches for a game like that rather than doing the
Yes, sir. We're on the move.
rather than doing the new installation that doesn't really change anything every year or two. So there's upsides and downsides to all of that, but that would be why I don't want to work in the game industry.
Positions on your command. Got you on the comm. You got the captain. Time to
Alright, we need to take out these guys. Any advice for someone with an idea for a game but not the skills to do everything themselves? I mean, there's stuff like Unity and Unreal that you can do like cost-free to start up, and then there's like mountains of tutorials on the internet, so you have to be willing to pick up those skills. But it's kind of the same thing with modding, where I just tell everyone, like, my biggest advice for getting into modding is just start doing the thing you want to do, and like start small, figure out what the most basic implementation of the thing that you want to see is, and work from there. Because like the only way to really learn is by starting to do it, and it'll suck at first, but that's how you get better. Like, start poorly, iterate on it, get better. And don't be afraid to iterate on stuff. Like, don't think that I've done this thing now, and now this thing has to be like that. Whether it's the basic idea or the specific implementation, you kind of just have to, don't get too married to any specific idea or work you've done. Accept that work you've done will be redone at some point, most likely. Like, even looking at Fall of the Republic right now, which was released only 6 months ago, or I guess like 10 months ago now. God, this year is just disgusting. But like, there's so many things just on the field here that have been redone. Like, the acclimators have been redone, the architects have been redone, the bulwarks have been redone. They're not on the field right now, but like, even us having done it for so long, or as a group, even if individual team members haven't been doing it as long, Like, one of our biggest strengths, I think, as a mod has been that we just reevaluate everything, and if something needs to change, it needs to change, and we're always willing to kind of put in the time to get better.
Primary engine system is down.
But if you do one thing and then it's like, this is this thing now, and now I'm never touching that again, then that's kind of where things start to fall apart. Or if you're too afraid of like having something perfect before releasing it, once you do get to that stage, you're going to cut yourself off from valuable feedback and spend a lot of time in like development hell. So kind of get a feel for when to cut your losses or when to set breakpoints in development. Because like a bad mod or a bad game that you're getting feedback on and can make better, as long as there's that understanding that this is going to be something you support, is always going to be better than a game that's in development forever, gets rebuilt 36 times, never releases, and then you end up losing interest in the project and no one ever gets to play it. Because like the thing that always kind of spurs development for us is that we release the version of the mod, we pretty much immediately have thousands more people playing than would have been playing if we hadn't released it, and then we're able to get kind of more feedback on what's not working a lot faster. So even if we released it worse than it could have been if we spent another 2 months on it, then in those 2 months after release, it'll still get much better than it would have if we'd kept it private for 2 more months. I think that's something a lot of mods end up losing sight of, especially. With games, you need to make a good first impression. So maybe go for like the most basic first implementation of something and make that as good as possible. Don't try to do too much broad stuff. But you gotta kind of weigh the trade-off of like getting it right the first time versus not getting it at all the first time. If EAW came out, would you drop support for EAW 1 and switch support to EAW 2? Yeah, like there's a lot of variables there, like how moddable would it even be? A lot of our work wouldn't be able to happen. I would possibly just stop modding EAW entirely if that were the case. Like if there were a large player base still for EAW 1, we might continue with that. But the chances of the mod moving over to EAW 2 would be relatively low. Well, a patch to make the game support multi-core would basically have to be AW2. You'd have to rebuild a lot of stuff for that. Because, like, when sequels to games come out, they're not all necessarily more moddable than what came before. Like, if you look at what's happened with Total War modding, that could easily be what happens, where some major parts of the game that we take advantage of are just not available to be modded, or not moddable in the same way. So stuff that we can do in EAW 1, in a theoretical EAW 2, we wouldn't necessarily be able to do it. And we'd kind of be starting from square one, which we've already spent 14 years on this, and it is like I'm more invested in my career now, where the skill, like having to learn a whole new skill set and start from scratch on whatever features we want to do, it would really depend on what the engine looks like and what's moddable, because it could very easily end up just being like, no, we're not touching it. Because it's not necessarily a given that what people want from EAW2 would be what the game supports. Thank you, Shadow. Appreciate it. We lost an acclimator. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just surrender the playthrough now. It's over.
Constructing.
Yeah, minimum viable product. That is perfect.
Construction complete.
Fixing course.
Tactical battle imminent. Construction complete.
Is that Banking Clan? I think that's Banking Clan. Yeah. Alright, so we got 2 coming in there, and then we're going to go for Pamont, Mintuine, and Mon Calamari.
Construction complete. Tactical battle imminent.
'Cause, like, as games kind of get more complex in some of what they do, exposing that stuff gets a bit more difficult. Like, the Total War example was
Choose your
the...
reinforcements.
in recent games, I don't think you've been able to actually mod the map at all.
On our way.
And, like, Warhammer has some other restrictions because I think Games Workshop is kind of shitty about that. They don't want certain things to be moddable. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me there, but I think for like several games now you haven't been able to really change the game map, which has meant that a lot of the kind of total conversion mods have stayed on Medieval Total War, Medieval 2 rather. So it could easily be a case where like an Empire at War 2 came out and we just stuck with Empire at War 1.
Decoding transmission.
And that would be just how life works.
We've cut off the enemy's reinforcement.
Which isn't necessarily to say I wouldn't want to see an Empire at War 2, but it's kind of, it's not like the universal upgrade necessarily that a lot of people may at like first thought think it is. Ghostfish, do you mean the specifically with Warhammer, or is that like the case with all of it right now? We're not really looking for a way to make capture shuttles better, serious. They're already really powerful.
Not unexpected.
Construction complete.
You know what? I'm just going to send these guys up to Contrum.
All crew accounted for.
And how are we looking for this? Bolstering support. We really need to take that. And here, Camino.
Vehicle in production.
Do that.
Building under construction.
Victor Initiative. Coolwater and Dilly.
Constructing unit.
Do that. We have just so much money now. So we can afford that now. All right. Who needs this? I think you need this. No, you have one. Do you guys need this? You guys need this. And I guess we're just going to drop another Praetor in this one.
Let's run this going.
How are we looking for overall distribution of power? We're at 35. CS has 15 plants with 31. What are we at for support? 69, only 69. It's unfortunate that we got Raxus Secundus as that mission. We still need to flesh out a lot of the mission stuff a bit more, or a lot more. That was kind of the simplest the simplest implementation of anything that the mod had.
Invasion commencing.
I mean, EA has already said that they're looking to do more games. Like, again, you can kind of look at how the industry went for the last couple, or for the last decade, really. Where, even before EA had the license, a lot of Star Wars games were getting canceled.
Reinforcements en route.
Like the Battlefront 3 stuff, the Republic Commando 2, KOTOR 3, Like, these were all projects that kind of existed but got shut down long before EA got the license, because if you kind of look at what came out in the last 10 years, there was a lot more focus on like individual titles lasting a long time, and we've kind of seen a reverse from that, where like people have been more willing to make and buy like AAA single player shorter games or more focused games rather than having like one game be the focus forever like they were trying to have with Battlefront 2. So with like Squadrons coming out, that was basically started as a passion project by some of the people involved with Battlefront 2, based on like the space combat there. But with Fallen Order, Squadrons, hopefully we'll start seeing more of that, and that would possibly mean a chance that Petroglyph gets to make EAW 2. I don't think they've done any like press stuff that officially confirms Fallen Order 2, but there's been like job posting and everything. It's at the very least an open secret. Would have liked the story of Starkiller to be included in Force Unleashed. I see the story of Force Unleashed. That's one game that I just can't get behind. Like story-wise, some of the gameplay is fun, but some of it is just like super frustrating. I don't know. I've never been huge on it. I did a playthrough of it a little while ago, and I just I did not necessarily enjoy myself. Alright, you need to help over here. Let's go for that. Yeah, I ended up enjoying it more after I started playing with a controller over a mouse and keyboard, but it's still, I don't know, it's not my favorite.
Bombing run available.
Form up. Gold Squadron commencing attack.
Commencing bombing run.
For whatever reason, there's a lot of people who think like EA was somehow involved in Empire at War 1 as well, which is always funny to me. Or like they're convinced that EA owns Petroglyph, which is not the case. You know what? Just go get this. I think we can survive until then. We see a younger Ozzel in Fall of the Republic. There are some Rebel and Imperial characters that we're trying to include for ties to other mods and stuff. Just to create more of that cross-era connection. So we haven't really announced any specifics on what that'll be, but
Choose your reinforcements.
you can probably think of a few characters that are probably safe bets, whether you go the Order 65 or the Order 66 route. So you get more of like the people who served in the Republic that were more Imperial if you go Order 66, people who served in the Republic that were more Rebel afterwards if you go Order 65. Like Adar Talon would be one of those. There's Bimasari. Just making UAW2. I really wish that you could do a digital download of UAW somewhere. Like, I want to play through that campaign. I ended up ordering the game for Xbox 360, but it's just, I don't know. I don't really love it on the console. I'd really rather play it on PC. Because I do really want to play it.
Adjusting course.
System lost.
Oh, what? Telty? Which one was that? There we go. Telty. Alright. Looks like that's getting taken.
Ready to face the enemy, my liege. Loaded.
Blow them up.
Moving in the target zone.
Training troops. Training
Let's
troops.
just spam some of those clone troopers.
Vehicle in production.
Some of you guys.
Construction complete.
Oh, Corsants.
Unit in production.
Aye, check your map.
Get back to Boss Pity.
Decoding transmission.
Tactical battle imminent.
No, that's nothing. You execute Order 66 by getting to a certain
Beyond your years,
amount of Senate support, and then you just build the thing saying whether you want to do Order 65 or Order 66, and then all the Jedi die.
Squad stands together.
Invasion commencing.
Epic.
System control achieved.
The forces of evil will never triumph.
So I think our victory condition for this is going to be taking all of their shipyards, which we are close to doing.
Tactical battle imminent.
All their capital shipyards. Hey, how did you get in there? Oh, I guess they came from Neil Vaughn there. Alright. Not much there.
Let's move this bucket.
They still have some space stuff over here. Why isn't the Mandator in TR Fall of the Republic? Because we needed to make a design, which takes a lot more time than just making a regular asset, because there's no official design for it. But Farshad has been working on that, and there will be one in the next release.
Fixing course.
Tactical
Eck will be finishing... Oh, that got there first. Shit. Yeah, Eck will be finishing X-Wing Alliance.
tactical battle imminent.
Because he does love that game.
Turret powered up.
Okay, over Neil Vaughn.
Squad stands together.
Okay, into Pamont, I guess.
Invasion commencing.
So Pamont, Mon Calamari, Mintuine, Cutric, Dathomir. I think those are the remaining capital shipyards. The Republic keeps clones after Order 66.
Choose your reinforcements.
Defensive positions. Follow me.
At maximum unit capacity.
Let's go up there. We're gonna get another landing zone. I just wanted to get the faster units right now.
Defensive positions. You and me.
Alright, Yoda, capture some stuff for us.
Auto guns online.
And you know what, Juggernauts, just go down there.
Get ready to
Let's get our lats in, and some glutes.
Reinforcements en route.
Huh. Oh, I think there's a problem with the cruel AI switch for them. Or there was. Either way, that'll be easier.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Oops. Nope, they're just going there. So never mind. And in here. I really like these pathways. I think Rogue did a really good job on them. I think this is Rogue's map. Pretty sure this is Rogue's map. Okay. We're just going to drive straight into the base, I think.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah. Keep following him. Don't go too far on your own. It's a scary world out there.
We've sighted them. Targets engaged.
I would have preferred to bomb this, but... Alright, let's just go for him. And we'll use the orbital bombardment on that one. Here, no, I think we're still at a point where... Oh, I clicked off the screen. That's great. Windowed mode is epic. No. Now we just bombard this. Alright. Here we go. There's 1 out of like 5. And Mon Calamari.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh.
Follow me.
Stop. They must be.
Constructing. Beginning construction.
Alright, Yoda, you again. Got some commandos. Yeah, there's a lot. Like, playing this now with as much as we've done on 1.0, it's a lot of differences. But at the same time, we got to make sure we can actually keep all those differences. So, you know what? I'm just going to capture that. Forgot that was there. I always forget that's on this map until I actually get here. But I am doing a preview playthrough of the upcoming features in Thrawn's Revenge, if people want to go check that out on Corey Loses. There's my second plug. Yeah, you guys all fight each other. We've changed a lot of the folder structure as well, so it'll be easier for us to have fewer of the issues that come from both mods being built off the same thing, like the Mon Calamari here being CIS aligned instead of Republic aligned, which comes from the map, the fact that the maps are shared. Though we are going to probably be changing all of how those work in the first place. Alright, artillery, an ATTE for each side, and a LAT for each side. I guess we probably could use some clones. That would be kind of epic. No, that was not the build. I did that too fast.
Commence
Wait, what's the other structure there? Oh, it's up here.
We've sighted them.
Support fire ready.
Alright, up the side! Up the
Follow
side!
your lead.
Move forward.
You down that side, you down that side. You gotta stay symmetrical. That's the most important part of any strategy. Is that stuff look symmetrical. It's crucial. Absolutely crucial. All right. Hey, Timmy. I think we might even... Yeah, Yoda, get up here. You need to be in position. I think there's a shit ton of infantry coming up. None of them very good. I think you should still be able to hit the infantry from there. Yeah. And boom. Boom! Okay, no lats going over there. The anti-air makes that a bad idea. But that's a CIS one. Not even Corporate Alliance. Or Commerce Guild, not Corporate Alliance. Oh, come on. Is that gonna shoot over here? No, we can just go up the side. Then we need to kill that. Oh, didn't mean to turn you off. Here we go. I mean, Porto, if Squadrons does well, then there's a high chance we get a sequel.
It won't be long now, sir.
Tactical battle imminent.
Even if they're not planning on doing, like, DLC or extra patches or stuff.
Droids around the objective.
Which is why, part of why I'm playing the shit out of Squadrons.
Choose your
Like,
reinforcements.
I haven't been this excited for a game in a long time, though.
Proton bombs in the chute.
Reinforcements canceled.
In the chute. Drop him out the chute.
Reinforcements
Yeah.
canceled.
Stupid asteroid.
On our way. Course laid in. Changing bearing. Course plotted. Yes, Admiral. Cannons loaded. Engines are out. Engines idling. Engines active.
Destroyer holding. Destroyer station keeping.
Alright.
Ready.
There we go, there's the main group.
Yes, sir. Full
Into Pama, or not Pama, Tatooine. Oh, hey. You blew up a vendor. That's not very epic. Alright. You're all dying. This is not acceptable. I trusted you to not blow my shit up, and you blew it up anyways. And it betrayed, hurt. Like, these are all words that don't even come close to describing how I feel right now.
Our reinforcements have been cut off. Yes, General.
Okay, this needs to die, and then we can just kill the units.
Destroyer at station keeping. Locking on target. Pull out.
You're leaving the battlefield.
We'll reach them.
Your orders, General.
Ready.
It's taking
We'll
serious
level
damage.
them.
The enemy has secondary reinforcements.
Yes,
on the
General.
way.
Firing.
Ready to update orders.
I'm under attack.
Yes.
Alright,
Try out.
blow them up.
Destroy the Techno-Union ship.
Give me a target.
The enemy has
I'll clear the
secondary
walkers.
reinforcements.
Charging generator.
I think these are mostly garrison units,
The enemy has secondary
but I'm gonna keep trying to kill their shit just in case.
Clearing the waters.
Our sensors are being jammed.
Droids are in the vicinity.
Tactical battle imminent.
Huh. Oh, this was my attack. Never mind. I was wondering why there was a ground unit there, but no, we haven't taken the planet yet.
Enemy movement. Choose your reinforcements.
More Praetors.
Let's run this gauntlet. There's nothing we can't handle. Engaging drive thrusters.
Reinforcements canceled.
Public light cruiser respond.
Full throttle. Anchors away.
Destroyer
Alright.
ready.
I think it's
Destroyer holding.
gonna be hard for them to stand up to us anywhere now.
Aye. As you command.
Destroyer at station keeping. Ready.
I don't know how many planets the CIS has left. Like, I know the Commerce Guild and
Update orders.
Banking Clan have a decent amount. Banking Clan has no capital shipyards left. They don't really have any to begin with. Commerce Guild is going to be losing their last ones with Mintuine and Pamont there.
On our way.
I
Charging generator.
think it's Mintuine that we don't have yet.
Destroyer ready.
I always forget which one's which.
Locking on target.
This is the last step, yeah.
They're in our sights.
Destroyer holding. Destroyer at station keeping. This is the captain.
Okay.
Cruiser ready for combat.
Let's blow something up.
Primary drive system is down.
All power diverting to weapons.
Blow them up. So I just got another text from Eck. He says there are 300 people watching and 245 likes. He would like to see 300 likes, or else I'm not allowed to eat for 2 weeks. And I don't know about you guys, but that would probably kill me. So if we can get to 300 likes, then I'd appreciate it, because I haven't even had dinner yet today. And so that'd be off to a bad start, where I don't know if I, you know, not great. Wait, what the? He also said I'd be kicked out of the squadron for the tournament. So, oh, there we go. We've got some VSDs now. Some new heroes to lead our fleets into victory. Get it? Victory.
Let's move some troops. Underway, sir.
Invasion commencing.
Oh, shit.
AT-AT destroyed.
Oh, we won. Never mind.
Invasion commencing. System conquered. Constructing.
I don't know what makes you think I'm a tanky, Dantelos.
Planetary control achieved. Construction complete.
Alright. Mintuine. You're gonna make all the ground battles to let Ek do that. This is gonna be the last episode. We're not gonna take all the planets.
Choose your reinforcements.
We're basically just doing what I said, where we're getting like the major shipyards, and then that'll probably be it. Alright. Here we go here.
I got you. Fine job. Lock it down.
Actually, hold on. You stay here. You go there.
Maximum unit capacity.
Yeah, we need more maps of this style. Or of this, like, terrain. I'm trying to get to Order 66.
Secure an abandoned sensor array.
But we may... Like, I'm going to go to Raxus after this. So we can get the extra Senate support there, but we basically need more missions. I think throughout the early part of the game we were ignoring them. So we're a bit behind on Senate support versus what we normally have.
Secured a landing zone.
Get ready to move in. Aye, check your map. Aye, check your map. What the trooper? Fine job. Support fire
Bombing
ready.
run available.
I copy. Gold Squadron commencing attack. Initiate bombing run.
Let's see what they end up doing to each other a little bit.
We've sighted them.
But let's also get these guys.
En route.
Yeah, I think most of the tweaks for this were moving the reinforcement point up, shield gen being over the victory point, and may have been another path somewhere.
Turret online. Fire. Targeting hostiles. Go. You will be more trouble.
Did that actually wipe it out? It did. I think if we hit the barracks, maybe they might even just retreat after that. Or... no, that's a mine, so we don't have to worry about it at least.
Bombardment available.
Auto guns online. I got you. Turret ready.
Alright. And we're at the right place. We found a parking spot.
Lock it down.
Let's go down there.
Turret online. Support fire ready. Careful.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
Here, focus on the structure. Because if the mine's dead, they'll lose hope and they'll retreat.
Going in tight. Move forward. Going in. Changing weapons. Auto.
Like, it's just like in real battles where if you're standing in front of a mine and you lose the mine, you just
System control
lose all hope.
achieved.
If you're fighting for the mine, then you might. But, you know. So it was Raxus Secundus, right? Holstering support, Raxus Secundus, yes.
As you command.
And what are we looking at here? So let's see what the shipyard situation is. There is Pamont, which we took. Dathomir we need to take. Kutrik we need to take. Ooh, Ord Tracy as well on this side.
construction complete.
Underway, sir. Defensive position.
Oh, we've got the other hero coming up to this one.
Complete. Tactical battle imminent.
Oh shit. This might be slightly more difficult. I think this is one of the initial fleets as well. Yeah, one of the static ones. Basically, there are a few planets for each faction that under the AI have defensive fleets to stop them from being targeted super early. They're not something the AI can attack with unless you press the cruel button after they've spawned. So if you started the game off and you want to be on cruel but you don't want these giant fleets to attack you, you've got to press cruel like right away before the heroes spawn. Otherwise, this giant fleet will also come and try to murder you.
Our shields can't protect us from those asteroids.
Destroy 'em. Let's run this gauntlet. Destroyer at station keeping.
Yeah, look at all this. We got a great big convoy.
Ready.
I'm taking fire. Yes, sir. Changing
Don't go around that whole thing.
course plotted.
Here, just go there. You know what? Just stop.
Ready to update orders. Loading ordnance. We'll win this. Vectoring now.
Here, I'm gonna send
Adjusting course.
the Praetors in farther. And then we'll give our Venators a better shot at actually doing something useful over here.
Blasters charged.
Oh, they're leaving. Do we have... No, we don't have any Peltas. I don't think we have any Peltas. We do have a Pelta, but it's the combat Pelta.
Charging generator.
Okay.
Locking on.
You may retreat.
We'll
We're just gonna go back to Raxus Secundus anyways.
Approaching directly ahead. Soldier behind you. Don't let him get a lock.
Oh, you have engines.
Directly ahead. We failed.
destroy 'em.
Save us a frigate for next time.
We've lost a squad mate. Sir, firing
So go into your frigate.
fire. We're depleting the separatist reinforcement.
God, with my luck in the... You mean the shack one? I've barely succeeded any rolls. I did shoot the one guy, so that was fun.
I'm sure Master Yoda would approve.
Sure, Master Yoda would
Tactical battle
approve.
imminent.
No, Vaughn... Oh, they finally got there. You are a doctor. You find someone with a small cut. What do you do? Try to fix it. You accidentally slice their throat with your scalpel.
Choose your reinforcements. Reinforcements cancelled.
Safety check complete.
I know this strategy is very bold.
Bearing set.
Alright, super bold strategy.
Your Highness.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Ready to face the enemy. Breaking ground silence. Closing on the target.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Missile away. Come on, you bastard.
You got it, Captain.
Copy that, sir.
Meanwhile, Charlie, I'm gonna throw my stick across the room
Cancelled.
and blow up that TIE bomber.
Casualties
On
here,
my
sir.
way, Commander.
Okay, it works. Like, or Thailander.
Closing on the target.
Spoilers.
On my way, Commander.
Cannot comply.
This one's mine.
Right, sir. Woohoo! As you wish, Commander.
It's unfair is what it is. Like, let's be real.
Main cannons charged. We can fly to the main. Taking the offensive. Sir, we've lost a squad mate.
I'm pretty sure this is the planet where children's shows are approved and created. Right, just to make sure they don't retreat. This one's a battle carrier.
This one's mine. Missile away.
I think the other one was a battleship. I don't really think I paid much attention to the hard points, so I could be making that up.
Going down.
All lights are green. Ready to commence.
Target at maximum firepower.
Ready for command.
I'm not sure how much longer we can hold them off. I don't know how much longer we can hold them off. Hurry.
I guess, yeah, the Golan there.
All lights are green.
I'm actually just gonna send these guys straight into that one. Because the Lucrehulk is gonna die pretty soon.
We must turn back. Sir, most your squad mates have been destroyed.
Your orders? All lights are green. Awaiting your orders, sir. Heading for attack coordinates. Ready for command. Main cannons charge. Captain here. Missile destroyer reporting in. Targeting enemy.
Tearing us apart.
What could possibly have happened since I last spoke with you?
Your orders? Taking the offensive.
We're all set
This
here,
one's
Commander.
mine.
Right, in there.
We should clear the area.
All lights are green.
Blast.
Safety check complete.
He's right behind me.
Moving into attack position.
Where's the tick button?
Rip.
Where's the tick button?
Alright, you guys are retiring down here. Possibly. I think the auto-resolve of those guys retreating will be won by us. What are we looking at, though? 37 for us, 36 for the CIS, 9 for Banking Clan, 7 for Commerce, 0 for Techno, 5 for Republic Alliance Sector Forces. And Telty, you can go out there. Up. I think that was what they wanted out of that.
Loaded.
Construction complete.
Too old for this, am I?
Raxus Secundus is going to be really heavily defended.
Tactical battle imminent.
Pamont, oh, for fuck's sakes. Well, we just want to clean this up, so.
Construction complete.
Here,
Decoding transmission.
this will be more useful.
Construction complete.
Defensive position.
Invasion commencing.
One
System
prime,
control
and then the
ready.
capital is at Secundus.
As you command.
Building under construction.
I think we're only at 70% right now, and we need like 80. Or 75. Yeah, 80, 80, 80.
It's a trap.
Choose your reinforcements.
We can improvise Order 66 if we need to.
All crew accounted for.
Anyone need repairs?
Aye, aye. Full steam ahead. Engines active.
We read you.
Setting sail.
Alright, and you know what? Let's bring in Coburn's Admiral
I copy
bonus, command bonus.
that. Destroyer ready. Destroyer holding.
Ultim for
You're just gonna sit there for if they try to retreat.
Striking target.
Destroyer station keeping. Ready. Loading ordnance.
Sir, multiple enemy squads
Alright, Arc 170s onto the Lucre Hulk.
Ready for takeoff.
You guys also onto the Lucre Hulk.
Reinforcements are on their way. My hull is critical.
Eck voices the Pelta in the mod,
I think you wanted that other ship.
and Charlie voices the LAC.
Stations ready. Ready to update orders.
Both of them are present and accounted for.
We'll win this.
Cannot do their job without our protection.
Awaiting command.
Aye.
Alright, I'm gonna keep the Veterans on the frigates.
Their reinforcements have been cut off.
Missile destroyer here.
You're falling apart.
They won't escape.
Yes, Admiral.
Yes, Commander. Open fire.
Yeah, Shaq does the Arquitens.
Cannons loading. Engines idling. Time to die. Yes, sir. Attacking target. Let's blow something up. My shields are gone. Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Our reinforcements
Alright, you're just gonna use power to weapons, because you should be able to take all those guys down.
My hull is critical.
I'm onto him.
And stay on there.
Away.
You got the captain. They're everywhere. Air cruiser standing by.
Standing by.
Yes, General.
Alright, we've got a lot of these little frigates mostly destroyed.
Destroyer ready.
And we're starting to put in some good damage on the battle carrier there.
The enemy doesn't stand a chance.
Some of the more healthy Venators can get in a bit closer now.
My shields are gone.
Destroyer holding.
Watch your tail. You picked up a try.
Destroyer at station keeping.
The battlefield.
Alright.
Your orders, Get down.
Blast.
Ready.
Here.
We'll level
Go
them.
for that. You go for that. I'm just gonna go for those since they're
Battle station.
kind of less wastes of firepower.
Attack that target.
Coming in fast. Our hull is near critical. Give me a target.
All stations ready. We have a look. Ready to update orders.
There. At least we're just taking the shields down and
Locking on target.
on there.
Reaching enemy hull.
Star cruiser standing by.
I could play this a lot more efficiently by just like microing the different hard points with different ships, but we're pretty okay right now.
Shields are down. You picked up a vulture. We're all set here, Commander. Multiple enemy squads heading towards us. We're going to need you, Admiral. Copy. Cannons
Keep
loaded.
going in. You keep going that one.
Vulture behind you. Don't let 'em get a lock.
Charging.
And that Lucre Hulk has a lot of hard points still. We're actually low on health, or low on shields on one of the Praetors.
Engines idling. Full throttle. Yes, sir. We've got advanced training. You picked up a vulture.
Destroyer ready.
I'm gonna move this one in a little bit more.
Destroyer holding.
There we go.
Separatist forces have lost.
Yeah, we are 9 likes away from me being allowed to eat for the next 2 weeks. Please don't make Eck follow through on the threat.
Locking on target. You got the captain. They're in our sights.
He will do it.
Station keeping.
More enemy units approaching from
Destroyer.
The enemy has secondary
Roger that.
reinforcements on standby.
Attacking target.
We've cut off
Okay.
I'm onto him.
air cruiser standing by.
Some of these are getting a little bit overextended,
Our reinforcements are being
but we don't really need these fleets for anything else in the future. And we have more Venators in the back, so, you know.
I'm not sure how much longer we can hold them off.
Ready.
Tearing us apart. We need you to take them out.
Awaiting orders.
You're falling apart. Track that strike fighter. Their troops have been given
And we'll get the supply ship after that. It's just sitting there being all smug. Don't like that.
Our reinforcements have been cut off.
Order 66 has not been executed. We don't have the Senate influence to trigger the event yet. We may not actually get it, in which case we'll just have our own Order 66. Improvise it.
Yes, General.
Because we need like 4 more missions.
Firing.
And we only have like Dathomir and Kutrick that we're still taking. Oh, I guess we're Tracy. So.
Open fire on those laser cannons.
Hey, we hit 302 likes. Thank you guys. I get to have French toaster pancakes tonight. Dana is probably starving.
I'm hit. Our engines are out. No! You've got an interceptor on your tail. Reporting in.
Be a target. Blasting target.
Oh no. Is Ek here? Is he going to know that I was making up stuff for light goals? We haven't lost any ships yet. We're just close.
Your orders, General.
Destroyer holding. They've destroyed our lasers.
I think Dana heard me.
Vulture behind you. Don't let them get a lock.
She just texted me saying, I am starving. So we have confirmation.
Weapons online.
A tritone.
Our forces have been wiped out.
Take down that interceptor. Destroy those lasers. Enemy destroyer station keeping.
We failed. We've got second
Loading ordnance.
standing by.
Ready. Loaded. We'll win this. Reporting.
I do, in fact, have to cook dinner after this episode. I am just, controversially, I am going to just let this leave. Because a lot of the engines are down on things.
Come on, you bastard.
Locking on target. We'll reach them.
And we might be able to take out a few more.
Awaiting command.
What is the Canadian equivalent of the US Supreme Court? The Supreme Court of Canada.
Disable their engines. That's right. Take that interceptor. I'm hit. Take out their engines. Yes. Decoding transmission. Reinforcements. We can't take.
Bye, fleet.
Tactical battle imminent.
Utapau. We knew that was coming.
Is this the work of the dark side?
67% Senate approval.
Invasion commencing. Tactical battle imminent.
Tanker spotted.
Jesus.
Charging generator.
Shine bright like a diamond.
All crew accounted for. We'll level them. Fixing course.
That is a lot of diamonds. So no fighters for us right now.
Advanced squadron reporting anchors away.
Destroyer ready. On our way. Proton bombs in the chute.
Alright. I'm not actually that worried about this.
Give me
It's just it's a lot though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aye. Yes, Admiral.
Because we don't have that many fighters that we're gonna need to rely on for this. Like we have enough firepower from our other ships.
Ships in the area.
Loading ordnance.
I do really like this map, though. I like how the ocean planets came out. Other than maybe like the new Ecumenopolis one, they're probably my favorite.
Engines idling.
Destroyer at station keep.
They're definitely my favorite of the ones I did. I like the mountainous one as
We'll
well.
win this.
That came out pretty good.
Striking target. Let's blow something up.
Alright, don't actually go too far up.
Come on, you bastard.
Missile destroyer here.
We've got secondary reinforcements en route.
Because there's what? 4 provinces back there, a couple auxiliaries and captors.
I'm on to him.
We've destroyed the Techno-Union ships.
Thanks, Tommy. Have a good night.
Destroy the Techno-Union ships.
I'm on to him.
Locking on target. Missile destroyer reporting in.
Could use some
Air
reinforcements.
cruisers standing by. Acquiring target.
Ready to update orders.
Get us out of here. They've got advanced training. The separatists
Let's run
have
this
our
gauntlet.
reinforcements.
Yes, General.
Take cover.
Yikes. Okay, let's go for the provinces then. I'll keep you guys on these little ones.
Attacking target. We've reached the base.
I'm not sending my starfighters anywhere near this.
For the Republic.
Ah, I can't get a visual.
Take cover.
He's right behind me.
Charging generator.
Get down.
All stations ready.
Get down.
Initiating combat protocols.
Yeah, the new lava one's good. The old lava one wasn't.
Planning a target. Battle stations.
Our sensors are being
Destroyer
jammed.
ready.
They've sabotaged our vehicles.
We'll beach them.
Our sensors are being jammed. Bail out.
Our lasers are down.
Battlefield. They're jamming our sensors.
Missile destroyer here.
They won't escape. Our hull is near critical.
Ooh, I guess focus on that.
Critical.
There's another province, mostly down. We did lose a vendor.
Get down.
Reaching enemy hull.
Can't get a visual.
We're losing reinforcements.
Go for this one.
Destroyer holding.
Are depleting our
We'll
reinforcements.
level them.
Go for that one.
Get down.
Missile destroyer
And this one. Provinces are the biggest deal.
Depleting our reinforcements.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Reinforcements.
I'm going to end up having to use the starfighters here a little bit.
Separatists are depleting our reinforcements.
Destroyer.
They're jamming our sensors. The enemy has secondary reinforcements on the way.
All stations
I can't get too pulled into focusing on the diamonds. There's a lot of them, but they aren't going to be what's doing most of the damage.
Give me a target.
They are still anti-fighter. Laser cannons aren't that good. Like they're actually there's enough that they're going to do some appreciable damage, but we got to be more worried about the captors, auxiliaries if there's any. No, I think these are all captors, and the provinces.
Our launch bay.
on target.
Our lasers have been destroyed.
We've lost a squad member.
Engines are out.
Clearing the waters.
Missile destroyer here.
Even if we lose this fleet, we can come back with another one once there's
Destroyed.
fewer other ships to deal with.
Missile destroyer reporting in.
They won't escape.
It's at least 2. Yes, that is correct, Attila.
Squadron's at half strength.
Charging generator. We'll level them.
Not much time left. Aye. Any of them.
Destroyer ready.
Primary engine system is down.
Alright, we got to do this a little bit different.
We'll win this. Locking on target.
Going down.
We'll beach them.
Our lasers are down.
There, get as much fire spread as we can.
Level them.
It's going to be harder to do that on the other ones because they're surrounded by diamonds.
Yes, Admiral.
Our launch bay has been disabled.
Plotting flight plan.
Destroyer holding.
Yeah, we'll probably go provinces to captors to Kolovex, then diamonds.
We'll win this.
I mean, insofar as we have a choice.
They're in our sight.
I guess that recusant would be nice to kill.
Destroyer at
But-
station keeping. Locking on target. We'll beach them.
My shields are gone. Engines idling.
Caw!
Ready. We'll level them. Destroy
Alright,
them.
we should be able to do the spread on this one.
Loading ordnance.
Look at how much faster that dies.
Locking on target. We'll beach them. Adjusting course.
Being depleted.
We'll level them.
Going down.
Destroy
Don't need to do it when the shield's up, but just gotta get my mechanics up. My APM. People think their EAW APM doesn't matter that much, but let me tell you, if you want to cheese some stuff down, gotta get that APM up. Alright, that should die. The thing is, we have so many ion cannons. There's what, 4 of them left? I think we can kill all those. I don't think we will win this, Miss Prater, but if that's what you need to tell yourself to make you think what's happening is worthwhile for you. Alright, that's dead. Nope, one more shot. There you go. Now that's dead. Moving over here. Yeah, the hyenas are not being helpful. But we're doing some damage. I am a little bit curious, considering they're all just diamonds at this point, if auto-resolve would work. Okay, the engines are going to be down. We're just going to kill as much as we can. Beetles? Alright, let's see what happens.
We have been defeated.
I'll show them no mercy.
Tactical battle imminent.
That one's just going to keep bouncing around.
Planetary control achieved.
There we go. Back up to 69. We've only got 3 Jedi left anyways. This is our planet. I'd appreciate it if you went away.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do something about that.
Where are we headed? Tactical battle imminent. Let's move this construction complete. Tactical battle imminent.
Enemy movement.
Choose your reinforcements.
Fixing course. On our way.
I'm gonna do this
As you command.
Who needs fixing?
the transports first, because that is a little bit funnier.
Reinforcements cancelled. Changing bearing.
Get the command bonuses. Get both of them, because why not?
Choose your reinforcements.
For the Chancellor.
And you guys up here.
Ready to update orders.
Oh, I guess it would have been the Pathfinder the first time then, maybe?
Win this.
We couldn't find it.
Looking on target.
Yes, sir. All power diverting to weapon.
What is your wish, my lord?
Everybody focus on that.
We might be small, but
Everybody open your mouth.
Focus fire on that target.
Everybody just say when government mechanics are implemented, will it be possible to elect another chancellor before the Order 66, 65? No. It'll always be between basically Palpatine and Mon Mothma.
Respond.
We're not planning to do other... Like, the New Republic in Thrawn's Revenge is more based off of that. But in Fall of the Republic, it's gonna stay as like the main decision because it's a shorter period of time, so it's like one term the whole time. It makes more sense for thematically to stick with that for the mechanics.
Target site accessible.
And this is what we call a double tap. Ready to update orders. Yes. We'll level them.
When they're trying to retreat, it's always good to let them have as much time as possible, because you get the longer time where they're not really doing anything.
You know, for being peacekeepers, those Jedi sure know how to fight.
Our reinforcements have been cut off.
Clear the area. Destroyer ready. Oh no.
Hellion, you can stay still.
Destroyer holding. Sir, we're on your side. Let's blow something up. Destroyer at station keeping. Ready.
Your command.
Alright, I'm gonna send this group through that flank. You guys stay on that Lucre Hulk.
Aircraft standing by. Yes, General. Hold them off. As you wish, General.
Yes.
And there we go.
Their missiles will tear us apart.
What is your wish, my lord?
Take cover!
Charging generator.
Sir, this is First Squadron. We're in pretty bad shape out
Destroyer
here.
ready.
Sir, multiple enemy squads heading towards us.
Your
We're going
command.
to need you to hold them off.
We got you covered. Understood? We're moving in.
The Separatists have
What is your
cut off our
wish, my lord?
On standby.
Destroyer holding.
Alright, I guess just stay on there. Pull through the side here. You can go for that recusant. You may as well kill that. And Coburn, head down there as well. So we're basically going to kill all these frigates
As you command.
with our support ships. Everything that's not the Praetor right now, I'm classifying as a support ship, by the way. And
Have been destroyed.
Ready to update orders. All crew accounted for.
so, fun fact, as anachronistic as the under construction liberties may seem, there are Clone Wars cartoons where they show up like that, and it's kind of weird.
The enemy has secondary reinforcements standing by.
Charging generator.
State your request. What is your wish, my
All
lord?
right, let's get down back to the DH Omni.
Destroyer holding.
Your orders, General.
Standing by.
I'm out of control. You picked up a fighter.
See you, Michael. Thanks for watching.
Yes, General.
Destroyer at station keeping.
They do have some reinforcements left. I'm not sure what else is there. I'm sure we'll find out once this Lucre Hulk goes down. I mean, if there's anything after those recusants they've been bringing in. It is possible that was it.
Target site accessible.
I can't hold it. I'm pulling out.
Ready to update orders. Locking on target.
Target located.
Yes. We'll beach them. We'll
Oh,
level them.
yep, here they come.
Destroy 'em.
What is your wish, my lord?
Well, DH Omni needs to die.
Charging generator.
Even if it's a relatively limited amount of healing it's doing,
Loading ordnance.
it's still healing.
Star Cruiser here.
We're on your side. They're everywhere.
Your command.
You've got an interceptor on your tail.
Readying weaponry.
Destroyer ready.
Sir, you're falling apart.
We'll win this.
No! Return.
Destroyer holding. On our way.
Give me a target. Blasting target. Aye.
Your command? Readying
Okay, this
weaponry.
it really needs to die.
Destroyer at station keeping.
Maybe I should have let the Lucre Hulk stay around a little bit longer, so we could have cleaned up some of the other frigates before having that giant jump in.
Locking on target.
I'm pulling out. Yes, Admiral.
Get out.
Blasters charged. We can't
Your
take-
command?
Fall back.
They will rue this.
I mean, Pelion had a good career. We don't need to worry about him anymore.
We've lost. Readying
We've lost a
weaponry.
squad member.
They will rue
Our
this.
engines are out.
I'm under attack. It's about to blow.
They will
War's over. We don't need him anymore.
We'll beach them.
state your request.
War's over, incel.
Destroyer ready.
Our primary drive system is down.
We'll level them.
Cannons loaded.
You're leaving the battlefield. What is your wish, my lord?
Alright, I guess that one first.
Destroyer holding.
Sir, more enemy units approaching from behind.
Choose your reinforcements. Going down.
Jesus Christ, what do you have here?
Our engines are out.
Reinforcements.
The enemy has
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
We need to regroup a little bit.
Watch your fire, sir.
Are you gonna use the mines? Shit. Oh, they might not. I don't think they knew how to use it in the public release yet.
Destroyer.
The missiles will tear us apart.
Our lasers are down.
The enemy has secondary reinforcements on standby.
Because we killed the support ship, but we didn't actually kill the mines.
We're being overwhelmed.
I don't think they knew how to use them yet.
Soldier behind you. Don't let them get a lock.
They took out our lasers.
Tactical battle imminent.
What's still there? That is still a 346. Jesus.
Proton bombs in the chute.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, I think what we're going to do is win against this fleet, and then we're going to call the campaign one. We're going to send the Jedi to their death. I don't think we have time to get the 5 extra missions.
Let's run this gauntlet.
So I don't think we can do the actual story event, but
Vectoring now.
Cruising speed.
we can at least wipe out this fleet and then get all our Jedi killed.
Understood.
Maximum unit capacity.
Ready. Ready to update orders.
Because otherwise Dana will starve.
Charging generator. Destroyer ready.
And sneeze.
Destroyer holding.
We're depleting the separatist.
And snarv and steeze.
Station keeping.
I am very excited for Squadrons in VR. I
Ready to update orders.
got VR basically just for it. One of the other devs, Farshot, was he upgraded from his Vive, so got that off of him,
Destroyer
and it's
ready.
gonna be epic.
Engines idling. Enemy reinforcements have arrived.
All right, we need the pelt up here.
I hope this isn't another drill.
The Pelta or the Liberty is being constructed on the map. It's a prop on the map.
We'll win this.
Sabotage the separatist vehicles.
Destroyer at station keeping.
I'm surprised you could hear that. That was upstairs. Is the door open? Hold on. I don't think the battle will fall apart. Hold on for a second.
Got secondary reinforcements.
So there's a staircase,
Let's knock out.
then my office door, and then like the entire length of the floor, unless it came through the floor.
Ready to update orders. Locking on target.
I can't hold it. I'm pulling out.
I guess the house is not as soundproof as we hoped.
Sir, multiple enemy squads heading towards us.
Yes.
We're going to need you to hold them off.
We've lost our launch bay.
Charging generator. We'll beach them.
We are
The
under
torpedo
attack.
launcher has been destroyed.
Sir, we've lost another ship. I don't know how
Our
much longer
lasers
we
have
can
been
hold them
destroyed.
off. Hurry. Chase them down.
Our engines are destroyed, sir.
Oh, I misunderstood you, Traton. I thought you said when I heard a sneeze happen, I thought you meant you also heard the sneeze on top of me mentioning it. So, okay. Maybe my mic isn't as good. Kind of disappointing, to be honest. Alright. We are so close to having killed all their units with no reinforcements. That one. Do we have enough pop cap to bring something? I mean, we can bring the Architens in. All right. What the fuck is going on, Phil?
Primary drive system is down.
Torpedoes!
Get us out of here. It's taking serious damage. Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Soldier behind you. Don't let them get aloft.
We have something like playing with fans for squadrons. I don't know if... I think Charlie does plan to work something like that in the same way that he kind of did Fall Guys. It'll probably end up depending on how some of the matchmaking works. But that's one of the reasons that I really hope they put in like custom lobbies, because that's not currently a thing. Ooh, if we target this Rakusen, we might be able to hit the hull directly on some of those ships. But I think Charlie does plan to have some of that, even regular matchmaking games. Because then we could have, like, matches against each other, and, like, each of us picking a squad, and doing a few games like that. That would be a lot of fun, but unfortunately the game doesn't support it yet. Just making sure. Okay. Sorry. I just had to check in another window for Zek. Do you plan on crossplay? I'm not sure. I think Eck and Charlie did a video about that in the last couple days. We got a few more details on that. Right now, if I tried to speed up the game, it would probably slow down.
You've got the captain. Give me a target. Attacking target.
Alright, is this the support or offensive delta? I actually did want that other ship over there, but I think it's dead. So.
Charging generator. Sir, multiple enemy squads heading towards us. We're going to need you ready. Locking on target.
Oh, got more engines down there.
We'll beach them. We should clear the area. Separatist vehicles. I'm hit.
Going down.
Oh, so close. When Charlie does playing with fans, it's just the the lobby is open on stream. People just join from there.
Invasion commencing. System control achieved.
All right, you guys ready for makeshift Order 66?
Tactical battle imminent.
Let's bring them over here. To invade Raxus Prime. I mean, good for you guys. That's good to know.
Adjusting course. Tactical battle imminent. Tactical battle imminent.
What are we looking at with this? I guess in Fall of the Republic, I can just look at the actual chart. We can eventually down to 12% after that. We're on top with military.
Control generator destroyed.
Isn't there a Clone Wars Empire War mod that has a cutscene for Order 66 and everything? Yeah, in Fall of the Republic we have like the holo messages and everything. But because we can't actually get like we'd have to do a lot more missions to actually get to the real Order 66 event in the mod. We're gonna be
construction complete.
Unable to actually do it.
Construction complete. Tactical battle imminent.
So we're just gonna kill off our Jedi and then we're gonna declare our victory. Oh, this is good enough.
The power of the dark side is an illusion.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah, they're all there.
Attack forms are only half the battle. Let Dooku do his own dirty work.
Follow me.
Qui-Gon and I went on many adventures together.
Nobody
I think
asked.
We've seen the limits of your programming.
Alright, Order 66. The new way. Don't let me down, guys. You gotta die.
I serve the Force.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
Our meeting must be the will of the Force.
Calculating jump to light speed.
Shit.
Qui-Gon and I went on many
Prepare for
adventures
jump
together.
to hyperspace.
It's gonna be harder to get them killed than I hoped. Alright, they're going the right direction at least.
Tactical battle imminent.
Loaded.
Tactical battle imminent.
Well, I'll at least get to the victory condition I laid out. Hey, production! But it'll be way too long before that actually gets to 5 more missions.
Tactical battle imminent. Tactical battle imminent. Gravity control generator destroyed. Tactical battle imminent.
All crew accounted for.
You got heroes with fleet builder mode. Doing heroes in instant action would be relatively difficult because we need more places to put units, like more spawners.
Invasion commencing.
There's only so much space we have for stuff to spawn. There's dozens of heroes everywhere.
Take care. Choose your reinforcements.
Sometimes it takes courage to stick to one's beliefs.
Blade skill is not everything. Be mindful of the living force.
All right. I mean, we may as well just... Get him on the way out.
In battle, you must make your weaknesses into advantages.
The battle's not over yet.
Oh, Ayla. There's one. There's two. Usually we have a big event chain for Order 66, but it requires doing more upfront work for the events to fire. Like, we need higher center approval, but it looks like... I don't know who I'm going to blame for it. It's not necessarily just X fault, but we didn't have anywhere near high enough center approval. Senate support is only at, like, 70. We need 5 more missions, possibly 6, because I think it's at 69. But I think that's going to do it for Joint Command here. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series. There's still a few planets left, obviously, but we're kind of at the point where it's just wearing down the last little dregs of their forces, rather than any major challenge. In the future, when we have more clear victory conditions in the mod directly, that'll probably be a bit easier. But we are going to probably do another Joint Command, hopefully, in the next little while. I don't know which mod we're going to end up doing it in, but hope you guys have enjoyed, and have a good night. Remember to leave a like on your way out. If you would like to see more of Fall of the Republic and Thrawn's Revenge as they get developed, you can head over to my channel, Corey Loses, where I do preview playthroughs and stuff of the games as they're being made. But yeah. Bye, everyone. I'm going to have to tell Charlie to end the stream.